I grew up in a mostly white community in South County in St. Louis, Missouri. The neighborhood where I lived had their own police officer. His name was Jack. As those of us in the neighborhood became new drivers, we all complained about Jack. It was as if he was waiting behind every road sign, waiting for us to do something wrong. I remember him pulling my sister over in our driveway and then saying that if he had known who she was, he wouldn't have started the ticket, but because he already started writing it, he had to give it to her. He then went to the front door, knocked on it, and told my parents what he had done. My first ticket was driving to college in southwest Missouri. I was going about 70 miles an hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. My car was packed with dorm room stuff as me and my roommate were making the return trip to college after summer vacation. The officer who pulled me over was very polite and kind and had been a graduate of my college, so he wanted to be nice to me. He didn't give me a ticket for obstruction of view, and he also lowered the speed I was going to below 70 so that my ticket would not be as bad as it was going to be. I left feeling like I had received a gift. The third run-in with the police that I remember was getting a ticket for a rolling stop in downtown St. Louis. I couldn't see the stop sign, and I was indignant that the police officer didn't believe me. He said that I only stopped because I saw him. The truth was I stopped because there was a branch covering the stop sign, and it wasn't until I was upon it that I actually saw it. I never did see the police officer, so I was ready for a fight because he was mean to me without cause. I suffered no consequences despite my arrogant youthfulness. Every interaction in my life with the police has been a positive one, if you can say that, and one of protection. My anger in those situations didn't stem from something that was done to me, an abuse that I didn't deserve. It didn't stem from fear or hatred for my own life. It stemmed from my anger with myself for having done something and gotten caught. My biggest hope for policing, for safety and community care, is that every single person, regardless of the color of their skin, where they grow up, where they live, what their ethnicity is, what their cultural experience is, that every single person will share the kinds of experiences I have had with the police. Because I was treated humanely as a human being who had done something stupid, who had done something wrong, but I was treated with care. My biggest fear is that it will take us too long to get there as a society. And I wonder how many more people are going to have to be murdered before we will finally make the changes we need. My biggest hope is that in understanding both my stories and how my stories are so different from other people, that I can be part of the change that needs to happen.